ask a quick question about modern languages? You said no human scribes for anyone in the writing. Now, no, that's been the case up to now, but you have allowed us in the past if the candidate spells out each word.
Yeah.
Is that still the case?
I mean, it's a very hard thing to do, and it's how reasonable is it to put a student through that. But having said that, there are ways, and it may be more possible within a unit assessment, as you know, as opposed to maybe the external exam. But if the candidate, when we talk about scribe, we talk about somebody who can, a candidate dictates, and the scribe has discretion with regard to spelling, punctuation. In that situation, the scribe is acting out with. The scribe is almost like an amanuensis. It's just just acting as the candidate's hands, really. The candidate's cognitively able to spell out words. And I was talking to somebody about this recently, and within a unit assessment, even in the exam, it may be possible, for example, the candidate to record initially their piece of writing, and then maybe after the exam with the invigilator, if it's an external exam, or in appropriate circumstances in a unit assessment, for the candidate to go back and spell out the words. You know, it's not impossible, but it's a very difficult arrangement, and it only would work for a candidate who is cognitively capable of spelling out the words. But can you imagine a candidate trying to produce a piece of writing? The flow, everything would be interrupted if they were saying je, you know, J-E, S-U-I-S. You know, it would just be. But it might be possible to come up with an arrangement which does allow the candidate to do that if they're cognitively able to.
We've only ever done it once, and it was difficult for both the scribe and the candidate, but it worked. And
they're still demonstrating.
We'll have too many of them, but yeah, just in case.
It's the sort of thing that it's possible within modern languages, and you know, where you really are trying to, it's you know, your ability to spell in the technical language, and writing in modern languages is usually just it's a low level. It's not like a piece of writing in English that write about Macbeth. It's a much lower level of language skill, and it's usually much shorter. You know, it's a small. But remember, even within the literacy unit at National 4, we were talking about this recently as well, you know, the standards is a minimum of something like 300 words. At National 3, it's 80 words. And it's a unit assessment. It doesn't have to be a one-off. So, you know, thinking of your individual needs of candidates, it's possible, you know, to introduce flexibility, as long as at the end of the day, we can say they've met the standard. They've demonstrated that particular standard. They've achieved that standard.